Hello, I'm Bernie, and a very warm welcome to this chat about the first full moon of this new year, which occurs on the 14th of January, 9:26 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. The short story about this full moon is it's all about you and your emotions, your home within, your emotional space within, your home, your physical home, as this can either support you or not support you in feeling at home within. This full moon is about harmony within you. You and your emotions. This is an opportune time for you to be self-aware of your current emotions around the time of the full moon, so 2 or 3 days before and after. But I suggest also to be self-aware of your emotions for the next 30 days, up until the next full moon. Also, a really good time around this full moon to reflect back on your emotions, whether it be yesterday, the last few days, the last few weeks, the last few months. When may you have felt your emotions weren't either heard, allowed, given space? Why? Was it you or because of another? Have you adjusted or brought in any change to rectify that? If you have, well done. If not, this full moon can be a prompt for you to review, reflect upon, shed light upon how you might adjust, whether it be your boundaries, whether it be your communication, so that you can acknowledge your needs, assert boundaries, or it might be that you allow yourself permission. And also this can take courage to sit with yourself and feel your emotions with non-judgment. Feel your emotions. Are they nurturing for you? Do they provide that safe space within you? So this full moon is a really good time to look at your emotional needs, and it's setting you up for, can be the rest of 2025 and also moving forward. So it's doing some, for me, deep emotional cleansing. Full moon can be very cleansing energy, and this is about cleansing the home within, your heart space. So have you felt heard, respected? Do you feel that your emotions are given space? When you express your emotions, do you feel safe and stable? Are your emotions a little bit up and down, up and down? If so, why? And how might you be attending to your emotions when you feel a little bit up and down, up and down? What self-care do you bring in? Can you increase it or adjust it or add something else that can help you manage your emotions more moving forward through this year? For some, it may be a time for more self-compassion, more self-care, adjusting your boundaries. This full moon is about connecting with yourself, yes, but we don't, for most of us, live in isolation. So whether you live with someone or whether you live with a family whether you live on your own. Who is family for you? May not be direct family, it could be your extended family, could be friends are felt more as family. It can be a time to connect with those who emotionally support you. Can be a work colleague, can be a friend, can be someone that you meet at a social group, or I just heard book club or reading club, or a charity. It might be connect with those who support you to deepen and strengthen the bonds that you have with others, so that your home feels more in harmony. Because the strength of the bonds that you have with others definitely impacts on your home and your home within. And others, of course, can help you to feel more emotionally stable. Maybe by speaking your needs, your vulnerabilities. There might be someone in your inner circle, in your family, as I said, whether that be family, work colleague, trusted friends, neighbour, who can give you some emotional support that you may have felt lacking before. So it may be that you, yes, do reach out to what you consider to be family, could be just a text message, but it's also ancestral family. Now, whether that mean to cut ties or to strengthen ties, depending on your situation, your story. It could be to express more gratitude for some of your ancestors. For others, it might be acknowledging that you are definitely on your own path now and not following, whether it be their story, their expectations, their path. Because this choice that you've made brings more emotional stability for you. Maybe you can, on this new path for yourself, feel more accepted, feel that you're more respected. Your emotions are more heard on this new path, which is not how it was for you when you had more connection with your ancestors. That also can be ancestors, of course, ancestral line and lineage. Full moons bring deep cleansing, potential for deep cleansing, also shedding a light on, and also bringing closure too. So that's why this self-awareness and reflection can be really beneficial to bring up something that has been in the dark or has been avoided, so that you can make a choice to bring closure to this, to bring a new way of dealing with your emotions. You might like to ask yourself, what might be causing me to feel out of balance, anxious, unsettled? And when I thought of those words, I had the feeling of someone needing to steady their boat. It's almost like they needed to take action to steady their boat. This full moon, some of the things that you might like to participate in, and this, if it resonates with you, all good, and if it doesn't, then there will be something else that you might like to enjoy over this full moon time. depending on your situation, these are some suggestions. Allow more time for quiet space. Retreat. I did see an image sitting under a tree, sitting on grass, back against the tree trunk. And they were listening to birds. There was a lot of bird song. Possibly feeling safe and at ease under the tree. Can also be connecting to Mother Earth. Maybe to affirm, I am safe, I am connected, I am supported, I am nurtured. You might like to ask yourself, what nurtures me? What soothes me? What soothes and nurtures my heart? For others, they may resonate more with doing a deep cleanse, a physical deep cleanse of their home. This can also be getting rid of things connected to something or someone that you would like to bring closure to. So there's a message there of cutting cords, cutting attachments to something or someone, and something may have, of course, energy or a memory attached to an experience, situation, someone that has not been that is still negative, that has not been positive, that has not been loving for you. May have been in the past, but not now. For some, it can be a deep clean out of the pantry, the kitchen, the living space, wherever your heart of home is. For some, you might like to journal. What I saw with the journaling was colours. You were bringing colours in, and also it was more journaling with swirling patterns and maybe words within the patterns. So whether or not you would like to start with the shape of a heart and repeat that over and over and overlay it and colour it. And then within that arises words of wisdom, insight for you. For some, and this is what came up, so if anger arises, if resentment arises, release in a healthy way. Go for a run, or do some sit-ups if that's your thing, or wade through the water. Wade through the water, really push yourself maybe through the resistance of the water. Maybe yell at a pillow. Go dig in the garden. Dig a hole in the garden and dig it a bit deeper. dig it a bit wider. Maybe fill it in and dig it again. And that may be a message that if at first you don't succeed, try again. Yes, if at first you don't succeed, try again. For some, it might be bake. Go and bake something. Baking and gardening can really connect to the heart chakra. Go and bake, and it may not be for you to eat. It may be, I'm baking and I'm giving this to someone else. Could be a neighbour. For some, consider a new self-care habit. Now, this can be a new habit that you take on, or one that you were doing before that you might like to rebirth. I would suggest committing to this for at least 30 days till the next full moon. Now, this could be having a practice of expressing gratitude 3 times a day, 5 times a day, or having a bit of a gratitude log on the fridge. Get more sleep. It can be having a jar and writing down on small little pieces of paper something that you're grateful for that day, putting it into the jar at the end of the 30 days, empty the jar out and read back all the things that you've been grateful for over those 30 days. There may be more than 30. It's a really good way of acknowledging and appreciating your own sense of gratitude. It may be for some get more sleep or prepare for bed in a more nurturing way. You know, shut down social media. Just switch off social media at least a half an hour before you go to bed. Take a longer bath, listen to some calming music, meditate. Give yourself a foot massage. Or it can be for some, prioritize 10 minutes in the morning for yourself, depending on your situation. Make your bed with intention, love and gratitude for 30 days. It can be eat more green. So connecting to the heart chakra, eat more green, more salad, more green vegetables. For some, it can be practice more self-compassion. Watch negative self-talk, jot it down, whatever the negative self-talk was, and then close it with a positive. I suggest meditating each day for the next 30 days. And I will upload a few short meditations related to this emotional focus for the month, the home and home within. For some, it's go for a walk on your own. Really appreciate you. You don't need in that moment anything, anyone. You are safe, you are supported, you are loved. You are your own best friend on that walk. You might like to ask yourself during the full moon, do I feel loved by me? Do I love me? And without thinking the answer, just see what arises. You might like to ask, how may I emotionally support myself this year? How may I nurture myself this year? A few cards that came up, which are really, really quite beautiful, and it's almost like bullseye. That's like just the darts just hit bullseye. The first card is, if your heart drops, compassion will catch it. These next three cards are from Nuggets of Wisdom by Christy Vasily. If your heart drops, compassion will catch it. Rather than judging yourself or being negative about yourself, putting yourself down, at any point, practice compassion. The second card is, open your heart to your own suffering. I did mention right at the beginning of this chat about having the courage to sit with self, be honest about how it can be communicate with yourself. That this full moon can shed light on, as I said, what's been in the dark. Open your heart to your own suffering so that you can then make choices that bring healing, peace to your heart, to your suffering. The third card is, it's a process. Healing isn't linear, which I feel relates to, for some, it dig the hole and then fill it in and then dig it again. And if you need to dig it wider, dig it deeper, then do that. It can be whatever you did yesterday, yes, today is a new day. If you need to redo some things, do it over. Try not to focus on it not working. It takes time. And the fourth card is from a little golden deck I've got. I am a conscious creator of the energy around me, which really relates to you creating more of a safe space within you, more of a loving space within you. You be the co-creator of the home that you would wish for, both your physical space and your home within. If you would like some, or if you could be in need of some emotional support, guidance, clarity around this full moon, or over the month of January, or just because it's the start of a new year, please reach out. I hold online sessions most days and available for face-to-face Tuesdays and Saturdays in Port Macquarie, but otherwise it's online sessions. And I will say that I have had an increase in clients reaching out, and what's just come is to help steady their boat, to help steady them, just for a time until then my hands come off their boat and they can navigate themselves forward. So thank you. If you're still listening to this chat, comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Just helps the algorithm to sort of be able to share these chats more with others on YouTube. Thank you very much, and all the best for the full moon and for the month ahead. Thank you. Bye.